The mission of the Grocer Nature and Land Conservancy, as it's stated on all of our newsletters, is to promote for the public benefit the preservation, stewardship, and understanding of the natural resources in the township of Grosse and the surrounding areas. The two main committees we have in our organization are the Stewardship Committee and the Education Committee. We have about 3 or 4 other committees, but they're all more related to just the administrative type work of an organization, memberships and fundraising and that sort of thing. But the Stewardship Committee is really responsible for maintaining all the properties we own. We have a group of people that go down there every Monday morning from 9 o'clock to noon and work at the Proctor Bay unit. So this is one of our properties here. We call this the Hennepin Marsh Gateway Preserve. And the reason it's called a Gateway Preserve is because we also own Hennepin Marsh, which is out there in the Triton Channel basically. There's about 150 acres of marshland out there. And just in the past year or so, we built this boardwalk across the wetland area, and further out there's an observation platform that overlooks the Triton Channel and the marsh. So this is sort of a good example of what we do as far as education and stewardship for our properties. We have a number of signs, like you see there, signs showing exactly what the wetland is, how it was formed, what a wetland does as far as its value in filtering the water that runs into the river and things like that. We're going to go out on the observation platform. We have 2 signs out there that show what type of wildlife there is around here in the wetland area and also in the river, what type of birds, what type of reptiles, that sort of thing. We have other properties like this. One of them we call it the Meridian Trailhead, which is at the southern part of the island. That is an area that has a bench and a bike rack and then a kiosk, which a bunch with signage on that as well, again telling about the area, what type of animals there, what type of vegetation is in that area. So our main goal is to, like I say, preserve and protect the environment and then educate the public as far as how to preserve and protect the environment and what the value of the environment is around us. We actually have some easements on some properties that are outside of Grosse, down in Flat Rock, for example. We have a number of easements right here on Grosse, and an easement is a property that we don't own, but the owner of that property has granted us an easement, and that easement says they're going to keep that property in its natural state. So there are, it's probably 5 or 6 different easements we have here on Grosse, in addition to the properties we actually own outright. And again, as I mentioned before, township-owned properties that we steward for the township. You can join anytime you want. Student membership is $10, and that's good for the year. And you get a newsletter like this. We send this newsletter out 3 times a year. Also, you're invited to the annual meeting, which we hold or have held for the last 3 years at least, at the country club. Where we have guest speakers and we give out the awards for the year and things like that. But the real thing behind the membership is, that's really how we really raise a lot of our money for all the projects we do, through the membership fees and things like that.
Natalie Cypher, and I do education programs for the Grosse Nature and Land Conservancy. I work professionally for the Department of Natural Resources as an educator, and I love my job so much that I also do it when I have other opportunities for other places. So I do outdoor walks for the Grosse Nature and Land Conservancy, and tonight we actually did a program called an Owl Prowl.
Lake Sturgeon project is now entering its 3rd year. We've had 3 fish, Finn, Nemo, and this year's fish is named Fish Again. The students vote on the name, they get to pick the name, and it's a really special project, and so many cool people come together to make this happen. Sturgeon for Tomorrow Black Lake chapter, Sturgeon for Tomorrow St. Clair Detroit River chapter, and this year Grosse Nature and Land Conservancy has come along to help us out, and it's just a really, really cool thing to be a part of, and I truly love and enjoy raising lake sturgeon in the classroom with my students.